I was just talking about the iconic interview that happened with Mohanlal in 2018. It was a year after a popular actress was assaulted in a moving vehicle. So the Me Too movement was really gathering a lot of momentum in Kerala. And when I asked him about Me Too, he dismissed it as a trend and a fad. And that was at a press conference. And I had an opportunity to sit down with him and I asked, what did you mean by that? And he said, listen, if you're talking about Me Too movement, I don't understand it. And perhaps if the women are beginning in the Me Too movement, then why don't the men also start one? Again, and he was very dismissive, very cavalier towards it. And although probing him further, he still did not change his stand. And here is the then Amma president telling me that he does not understand what Me Too movement was all about. He made jokes about it, and actually showed it was indicative of how these big superstars in Malayalam cinema do not have much understanding or aren't even gender sensitive about it. They thought of this Me Too movement as something that, let's say, let's talk about bell bottom jeans today. It'll come today, maybe tomorrow it's not in style. It was very shocking. And that video has resurfaced.
You have to see this. It's not only sexual discrimination, harassment are there. Even we are discriminated. Even we couldn't even get a toilet or changing facilities, for example. Even when you ask for your own remuneration, you are labeled as troublemaker. I have that personal experience. I have been labeled as troublemaker when I was in my heydays because I asked my rights. I exercised my rights. So when you ask for all this, we are not even demanding. We are just asking them politely. And some of them take it very personal. And they just spread the word around saying that, oh, this particular person is troublemaker. And because of that, irresponsible statement, and you lose your jobs. And after so many years later, I came to know that I'm supposed to do many, many more hit movies. But I didn't get the opportunity because someone said something bad about me. So that's what I came to know. So, and because of that reason, I went to the HEMA committee. At least I was affected, but it doesn't matter. I went to London because my parents stood by me. And I changed my track from actress. I became a lawyer, an activist, and something else. So how many of us can do that? That's very bad, right? I mean, that is their livelihood, and we have to support them. And that's the main
But
reason
saying
I
if
went to the
things were
hearing.
any different, if it was an even playing field, you would have continued in the Malayalam film industry. That's a big statement you're making, that you were forced
Of
by
course. Yeah.
circumstances to exit.
Parvati is only facing now.
Mm.
I faced this ages ago in 1990. I was branded as a
This has been
superstar
going on
at
for
those
long,
days.
for way too long.
It is. It is. I was branded as a superstar before, and I lost a lot of opportunities. Only Parvati has come to know only now. So I've been through what I can understand her position.
But you have to
How
give it to
difficult.
her for kind of taking this forward and following it to the logical end. Even
Of
the fact that
course.
now the nation is talking about it is
Yes.
important. Let's face it, even this conversation
Absolutely.
is important. But
Absolutely.
Manjusha, my again, like the what I would lament about really is to see that it's not as if you're only up against these powerful men, you're also up against the women. And
Very true.
Ranjini is saying she's disappointed on Khushbu. I mean, women who you normally would expect to stand with you and
Yes,
support you.
and
At
I'm
least support.
surprised.